There's a major shift happening right now at the very top of the Ethereum Foundation. And a lot of people are saying it's kicking off a new era for the whole ecosystem. And believe me, this isn't just some internal reshuffling. This is a really big deal with huge implications for the future of business and, well, the internet as we know it.
All right, so here's our game plan. We're going to start by meeting the new folks in charge. Then we'll do a quick rewind to see how Ethereum got to this point. After that, we'll dive into the massive business opportunities this is all unlocking. And finally, we'll peek into the future and see what the road ahead looks like. So let's get right to it. Who exactly is steering the ship for Ethereum's next big chapter? Let me introduce you to Hsiao-Wei Wang and Tomasz Stańczak. Now, Wang comes from a deep research background, while Stańczak has been a core developer for a long, long time. These are the two key people at the foundation guiding this whole evolution. You put their expertise together, and it signals a really powerful focus on both rock-solid tech and breakthrough innovation, which directly shapes the future for every developer and business building on Ethereum. Okay, so to really get why this leadership change is so pivotal right now, we've got to take a quick look back. It's been a pretty remarkable journey to get here. I mean, Ethereum's path has been absolutely wild. It all started back in 2015 with smart contracts, which basically changed the whole game. But the biggest event by far was in 2022, something called the merge. This was a monster of a technical upgrade that completely reshaped the network and really set the stage for what's coming next, like the surge, which is all about making the network unbelievably fast. And let me tell you, the merge was not just some little software patch. No way. This was a fundamental shift in how the whole network works. It's kind of like swapping out a giant gas-guzzling engine for a hyper-efficient electric motor. It moved away from the old energy-hungry model to something way more sustainable. And when I say efficient, I mean, wow. Just look at this number. We're talking about a 99.95% drop in energy use. That's not a typo. This one move pretty much silenced one of the biggest criticisms you always hear about blockchain tech. And this quote from Dr. Sharma just hits the nail on the head. The energy problem? Solved. Check. So what's next on the big to-do list? It's all about making Ethereum faster, cheaper, and easier for everybody to use. In one word, scalability. Okay, that's all the cool tech stuff. But let's get down to the real question, right? What does all this actually mean for businesses? What is the so what here for your company? First up, and this is absolutely critical, you have to know about Layer 2 solutions. The best way to think about them is like express lanes on a highway. They let you zip past all the traffic by processing transactions off the main road, which makes everything incredibly fast and super cheap. For any business doing a lot of transactions, this is a total game changer. So what does this mean in practice? Well, we're talking about huge cost reductions. Suddenly, it's actually affordable to do things like track every single item in your supply chain with tiny little microtransactions. It means you can settle payments between businesses in near real time, and you can build apps that can handle tons and tons of users without ever slowing down. And hey, this isn't just some theory for the future. As experts like Sarah Chan are pointing out, this is happening right now. We're talking about real companies saving real money and making their operations faster today, all thanks to these scaling solutions. But it's not just about speed and cost. Let's not forget Ethereum's original superpower, smart contracts. These things are still driving so much transformation. You can think of them like a super smart vending machine for almost anything. You code the rules, and the contract executes automatically when the conditions are met. No middleman, no arguments, just pure automated trust. And this is totally changing how industries work. You can take a real-world asset, like a piece of property, and create a digital version of it on the blockchain. Then you can build all the complex legal rules for an agreement right into the code. And just like that, you've enabled totally new business models for everything from managing a supply chain to creating a secure digital identity. And if you think that's wild, it gets even cooler. Ethereum isn't just changing how businesses operate, it's changing how they're even structured. And that brings us to these things called decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs. So imagine a company that's born on the internet, where all the rules are transparent and baked right into the code. That's a DAO. They're creating these radical new ways to manage communities, to fund projects with total transparency, and even to govern entire organizations in a way we've just never seen before. And of course, you put all of this together, the speed, the automation, the new structures, and it all powers one of the biggest revolutions of all, decentralized finance, or DeFi. And as analysts point out, this isn't about just making a new stock trading app.
This is about building a whole new financial system from the ground up, one that's more open, efficient, and accessible to everyone on the planet.
Okay, this all sounds pretty amazing, right? A utopian future. But let's be realistic. The path forward is not all sunshine and rainbows. There are some serious hurdles the new leadership needs to clear.
I mean, on one hand, you've got governments all over the world trying to figure out the rules. You've got intense competition from other blockchains. And you have to keep a massive global community all on the same page. But man, the opportunity on the other side is just gigantic. If they can make this tech way easier for developers to build with, and, crucially, for normal people like you and me to use, the sky is the limit. So when you really boil it all down, the strategy for mass adoption comes down to two main things. First, make it an absolute joy for developers to create stuff. And second, make it so simple and intuitive to use that literally anyone can do it without a 300-page manual. If they nail those two things, that's when you see an explosion of growth. So if you remember just one thing from all this, let it be this. This whole new era with this new leadership is all about hitting the accelerator. It's about taking Ethereum from this fascinating kind of niche technology for crypto enthusiasts and turning it into a foundational layer for everything, for business, for finance, for our entire digital world. Which leaves us with a really fun question to think about. With all this momentum, this focused leadership, and a clear plan, what's going to be the first big domino to fall? What industry is going to get completely turned on its head first? Will it be finance, gaming, supply chains, or maybe something none of us have even thought of yet? It's going to be absolutely fascinating to watch.